Hello, Union. It is so good to be with you, even though it is virtual. I am so sorry and I am so disappointed that I can't be with you in person. I was so looking forward to this. As State Teacher of the Year, I get to travel all over the state and see the good and important work that Oklahoma educators are doing. Um, I just came from Durant, actually doing some PD, but I have so been looking forward to this particular engagement. This was the first request I received as Teacher of the Year. I received it before I even took on my official duties, and I had truly been looking forward to this. So I apologize that I cannot be with you in person. I know that you have had 5 straight days of a lot of training and a lot of information, and if you're like me, it starts to get pretty overwhelming. So I just want to take a few minutes and tell you why I teach and particularly why I chose Union. But before we get started, I first and foremost want to say thank you. As a fellow educator and as a mother, your commitment to the future of Oklahoma is not lost on me. So thank you for choosing education. Thank you for choosing Union. We are so grateful, and we are stronger and better because of you. So thank you. Well, as you've probably heard a few times this week, our mission at Union is 100% graduation, 100% college and career ready. And what I'm probably supposed to say next is that's the reason I started teaching here. But full transparency, I was not too keen on our mission at first. If you've ever worked with teenagers, you know they can be very smart when they want to be. And I was quick to learn that they were not shy to use our mission to their benefit. I would hear things like, "What are you going to do, Mrs. P? Fail me? 100% graduation, remember?" And then I heard his story, and I'd heard it dozens of times before, but something this time really struck a chord with me, and it's about this shepherd. And this shepherd has 100 sheep, and he loves his sheep. He counts them every night to make sure all his sheep are there, but one night he realizes one of his sheep is missing. And what he does next is so mind-blowing. He leaves the 99 and he goes and looks for the one missing sheep. And when he finds her there on the side of that mountain, he is so overcome with joy and emotion that he drapes her on his shoulders and carries her this way, much like you would a toddler, all the way down the bottom of the mountain. And when he gets home, he runs to his friends and family and says, "I found her. She was lost, but now she's found." The message of this story really helped me have a paradigm shift regarding our mission. It helped me understand that 100% is less about grades and more about people. It helped me not only buy into our mission, but embrace it. At Union, we embrace the idea that we don't leave anybody behind. We embrace the idea that every kid is worth finding and bringing home to the fold. And maybe most importantly, we embrace the idea that 99 is not good enough. Now, it doesn't mean we lower our standards. That absolutely does not mean we just put a passing grade in, right? Because sometimes, quite frankly, kids also need to be allowed to fail safely. But that does mean that we personalize education here at Union. We meet kids where they are at. Students deserve unique goals because students are unique. They're unique in their stories, their backgrounds, their current struggles, their dreams. The reason I love working here at Union is because this is a district that understands that. My administration has had my back every single time I've said, "Help me understand this story. Help me personalize a plan." I'm always expected to be part of that plan, to bring that student back to the fold, but I never ever have to go it alone here at Union. We as teachers are never alone, and that's something honestly quite unique in this state. Another thing that's unique about Union is our beautiful facilities. I remember when we built the Union Collegiate Academy, which I think is the building you are in right now, and my principal said this to us. She said, "The reason we build amazing facilities like this is because we believe every student should feel proud of where they go to school." And that statement right there is so central to why I love teaching here. Here we believe all kids should feel dignified when receiving their education. We believe that buildings like ours tell our kids you are worth it. You are worth it whether you're rich or poor, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. You are worth it whether you live on the south side or the north side. You are worth it independent of your immigration status, socioeconomic standing, or religious affiliation. Welcome. These rooms were built for you. Our arms are open wide. Welcome to the fold. Everyone's in. We don't close our doors to anyone. Now, when you look at our beautiful buildings, you may think we're a pretty wealthy district, But the truth is that on average, our families make $30,000 less than those that attend some of our neighboring districts. Still, Union continues to lead the way in so many programs and initiatives across the state. Did you know that you can take differential equations at Union High School? That's the class you take after Calculus 1, 2, and 3, all of which we also offer on campus. Did you know that you can get medical help if you live in the Union District? Like affordable health care. Our National Congress can't quite figure that out, but our district has. Because yes, we know education is the key out of poverty, but how do you educate the mind when the body is not well? So accessible, affordable health care is made available to our community members. Did you know that Union students can graduate with 2 degrees, an associate's, and a high school diploma? Did you know that we offer after-school programs like gardening, robotics, music, art, and more, so kids don't have to pay for in-home lessons? Occasionally, people will tell me Union's population has really changed in the last 10 years, and I always say, you're right, and we're better for it. We are more diverse now than ever before. As an immigrant myself, I can't help but feel tremendous pride at this. We're a district where over 60 languages are spoken, where kids grow up playing with kids who look like them and kids who don't look like them, where equity and access are at the forefront of everything we do. We are a district that believes viscerally that our diversity is our strength. That's why I chose to pursue teaching and specifically chose to cultivate my craft at Union. I chose teaching because I felt public education empowers, enlightens, and liberates. Everyone has a seat at the table. Everyone gets access to quality learning. That's the script and that's the calling I chose. One of inclusion, one of love, one where everyone's in, one that seeks to dismantle marginalization and eliminate generational poverty through the power of education. The reason I teach is that I want to add value and dignity to students, sometimes for the first time in a long time, sometimes just when they need it most. I teach because of Kara, who lost her mom in elementary school and has since lived with her alcoholic dad and alcoholic stepmom, the latter of which doesn't speak to Kara. But Kara told me that the silver lining in all of this is that she was able to attend Union Public Schools, and that even though her childhood has been bleak, her adulthood is promising due to the opportunities afforded to her through Union. Kara graduated as National Merit and Salutatorian and is now pursuing a medical degree. I teach because of Andrew, who struggled so deeply with depression and anxiety that he tried to take his own life. But courageous Andrew reached for help, and now he's a vocal proponent for mental health care, especially as it relates to teenagers. I teach because of Shireen. Just a few years ago, Shireen was in a different district where she was bullied because of the color of her skin. No one looked quite like Shireen at her old school, and so certain students thought that gave them the right to be cruel. Shireen was bullied so severely that her mom pleaded for a transfer to Union, even though they didn't live within our boundaries. The transfer was granted, and now Shireen has friends that look like her and friends who don't look like her, who welcomed her with open arms. I teach because of Seth, who wants to be a high school math teacher when he grows up. I try to live by the philosophy that there's no such thing as someone else's kid. Now, I don't always get it right. Even as Teacher of the Year, I will tell you there are kids who give me a run for my money. But the incredible thing about working here at Union is that you have a team that always has your back, that believes every child is worthy. Yes, we are here to empower students to write like authors, reason like mathematicians, analyze like historians, hypothesize like scientists, and dream like artists. And we are here to see the good in our children, to believe in them even when they don't quite believe in themselves, to see them for who they can be and not only for who they are right now. We are here to tell them, oh, you can and you will be someone great, someone who adds to and does not subtract from our community. We say the chains break here. You are free, free to be yourself. You are safe in my room. You belong just as you are. No need to try to fit in. You matter. You're here for a reason. You are not an accident. You are mine. I am yours, and we are in this together. And some will respond to that right away, right? They will welcome you with open arms. And others will continue in their destructive ways, sometimes even to us teachers. And when that happens, we have a choice. Do we step back and say, not my problem? Or do we lean in and remind ourselves, 99 is not good enough? My utmost desire for you and for me is that this is a year we lean in. May we see every kid. May we see them not just for who they are right now, but for who they were made to be. May we pay special attention to the ones who don't want to be seen and to the ones who feel invisible. May we have the courage to show them day in and day out, they are more than visible to us. They are our purpose. My hope is that this year you're able to create a classroom culture that you are excited to come to every day and that your students are excited to be in every day. That the kid who lost his mom this summer feels loved in your room. That the one who struggles with anxiety and self-harm feels worthy in your room. That the one who was bullied last year feels safe, that the shy one feels heard, the loud one belongs, that our labels dissipate, and that your students become your kids. May this be a year where mutual understanding and learning take place. May we enter not as their saviors, but as fellow sojourners. Yes, sojourners who have walked a little bit longer, but travelers on the same journey nonetheless. Because as one of my favorite authors said, in the end, maybe we're all just walking each other home.